What's up, Internet? Mad King Kev here again, and today we're talking about Star-Lord, more specifically his father. Sorry, it's not the blue guy in the first movie.
I'm not Terran?
You're half Terran. Your mother was of Earth. Your father, well, he's something very ancient we've never seen here before.
But to answer this question, there's actually two different answers, depending on if you're referring to Marvel Comics or the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. First off, we'll just start with who he's supposed to be, who he is in the comics. In the comics, his father is Jacen, who eventually becomes the Emperor of the Spartoid Empire, stationed mainly on the planet Spartax. But how the parents met was there was war being waged between his planet and another when he was younger, when he was still just a prince and his father ruled. Somehow along the point he crash lands on Earth and he meets Jacen's mother, began a short relationship, and was forced to eventually leave to continue waging war back home. In the comics, his mother dies from enemies of the Empire find out that he has a son, aka Peter Quill, who would be at that time prince of Spartoid Empire. So assassins are sent to acquire him, and in the crossfire, the assassins kill his mother. That's a basic background for his father. Not going into too much detail. Like, he eventually becomes enemy of the Guardians, tries to capture and kill the Guardians, and then he eventually becomes a villain called Master Knife, but that's who he is in the books. Now, who they have as his father in the MCU is completely different.
After all these years, I've found you.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
Now, in the MCU, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they have his father as a planet. Yeah, a living planet. Yeah, little odd.
You dare approach Ego?
Let's go to that. In the movies, they have him as Ego, the living planet, in a humanoid form, and his objective is to just pretty much take over the entire universe. In doing so, he can't do it alone, so he needs offspring that have his power as well. So he ends up spreading across the universe to bang women. He ends up going to Earth, meets Quill's mom, slowly starts to fall in love with her right after he impregnates her, but knows that will take him away from his mission, so instead he gives her cancer and then leaves the planet. In the movies, they say he's a celestial being, which is a massive ancient race with all these powers that can just create life. That's what his background is in the movies. But in the books, Ego, the living planet, was given consciousness by the Stranger, who's an ancient cosmic being, and his whole background is a little more weird and unknown. But yeah. And in the books, he can assume an avatar in a like humanoid form when people are on his planet to talk to other people and interact. But I think it's more along the lines of a hologram maybe or something, but either way it's not a living entity as they portray him in the movies. And sadly in the movies you never see Ego as his actual form. You see the planet occasionally in space when the ships are arriving upon it, but you don't see like a giant face on the surface of the planet, giant glowing eyes, stuff like that. Now, the reason they are two completely different characters, as being an actual king of a planet who has a real humanoid form and a giant living planet, I think not much bigger than Earth's moon, is James Gunn, who's the writer and director of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, states I didn't like that in the comics, Jason is a king, and he also reeked very much of Star Wars. So I didn't want that same sort of thing. Gunn said, I like the idea of Quill's father being an ancient, cosmic, incredibly powerful being who, just like Raka, has problem connecting with other people. Now, I don't really see the similarities between that and Star Wars, but okay. I feel like it would have been cooler if Star-Lord was an actual, like, lord. He was a prince of an entire empire. Instead, he's the son of a planet.
See, you just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little
You
bit.
must be so embarrassed. Do me.